long drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mariota. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Onto the field now come the Bears. They can't ask for much more than this. They've got it 1st and goal from the 5. Fields now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop him. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me at a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
His first catch, good for 9 in the first down. Here's Mariota. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
As soon as he went down, he got his route. Someone on the defensive side just in time to separate it from another reception.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Fields. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Fields. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Fields going to keep it once more. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mariota from the gun on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
To throw Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Again, it's Mariota.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Now Mariota.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mariota now to throw on first down. Being chased out left.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On second down, here's Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On third down, Henry. Ooh, with a juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Tay Crowder able to make the play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Fields.
It's caught, Smith.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. is this has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Henry. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to babble his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop him. That's just great theater.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota flushed out right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mariota to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
To the air again, Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw is Mariota.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Stevenson.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bucs who were able to come in and win one on the road. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in 1 drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Mariota on first down. Pass incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mariota. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Mariota now.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the drive. That was a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And the busy night for Henry continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Fields. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
They'll run it again with Henry.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from 7 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact kept the ball free. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Off the option, here's Henry.
Able to avoid him at the 40.
115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give him a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And he'll find Akins there, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Henry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the option left is Fields.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He's got Smith here. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Fields.
And That's off the mark, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1st down, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota caught on the right side by Adams. And he goes out right around the 39. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is the pressure, and he's taken down. A big sack. Harry Taylor with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a long of any offensive line. You got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Mariota.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5. Sack to bring up 3rd down.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They begin with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff to Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Now Fields.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll do good try, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. There comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. They find some open field here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has his defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Mariota to throw it. And incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, Mariota. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 27. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give to Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And carries that back. That's how they're going to continue to.
A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons. Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry for Henry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Chicago, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.